You feel nice and comfy?
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Good afternoon. We are coming to you live from the United Kingdom, where it is Mother's Day today, and it is Sunday service. It's Sunday. It's time for me to service the public.
Yeah.
The flower pots.
Yeah.
So because it is Mother's Day, Mum is live on today's Sunday service.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all of you flower pots and wherever you are all over the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Happy Mother's Day to everyone all over the world.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers on earth and to all the mothers who look over their children from heaven. And thank you to the people who've become mothers and are guardians due to various circumstances. And to all of the mothers with babies and children in heaven. Massive happy Mother's Day for all you soon-to-be mothers and the children who miss their mothers. And we are thinking of you all and sending you all our love. Aren't we?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So yes, happy Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
To all the ladies as well who would love to be a mother, don't give up.
No.
Okay, so yes, so good morning, it's Sunday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching us from. Lots of lovely people this morning have been messaging me, asking me where my glasses are from. They're from Giorgio Armani, Emporio Armani. Yeah, so they've got a bit of the Michel Visage vibe going on. What do you reckon, Mum?
Beautiful.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful.
Beautiful.
So this is my mum and we are spending Mother's Day together today.
Yeah.
We've exchanged gifts.
We are.
I have had FaceTime this morning with my little girl and my little boy. So Olivia and Hartley have FaceTimed me from that there London. Yeah. And then obviously we've exchanged gifts. And then after we've done Sunday service, we're off to the cemetery.
Yes, we are.
We are. To see Mum's mum.
Yeah.
My grandmother.
Yeah.
So.
And then we're going back to my house for
And then we're going to have a lovely dinner together.
Yeah.
So, yes, so that's what we will be doing. So without further ado, I've got no shout-outs or anything. Like I said, just a big happy Mother's Day to all you mums and dads who have to be mum here within the UK. And, oh, what is that? Okay, I have got today's Sunday service, so I'm going to open it up now. So for anybody that is a new viewer, giveaways now, says Ron Beatty. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching us from in the world. What is Sunday service? So my flower pots right into the page. I collate all the Sunday services all night time with Nellies. They go into a folder. I open up my little black phone and I read out the Sunday services and my answers. I don't know what I'm going to read, so my answers are completely off the cuff. Any advice I give is purely for entertainment purposes. There may be strong language throughout, but not that strong because Mum's here and she'll give me a clip round ear roll, even though I'm 47 on Friday.
That's correct.
Yeah. So yes, so shall we get on with the very first Sunday service? Can I just say, because you are watching me live, if anybody starts commenting on your comments with giveaway, gift, prize, competition, you've won something, follow this, do that. Absolutely not. It's a scam. Get them reported. Don't fall for it. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Dear Auntie Nellie, Sunday service please, because I'm fighting with my conscience. At the workplace, I had a manager that I really respected and made me feel very welcome at the company, but he got moved to a different department. We have had a new store manager put in place and everything has completely changed. On a break the other day, I found out that the managers were talking outside and I walked into the conversation. He's having an affair with a manager at our store, which is 13 years younger than him, and cheating on his wife. I can't now unhear it and I can't stop thinking about it. What should I do? I'm fighting whether I should tell his wife or not. Please help. Oh. Okay, a bit of war and peace there. So this guy works somewhere, quite happy where he works. Everything was fine. They've got a new manager in place. He's not keen on new manager. A new manager, he's found out he's having an affair with somebody. Couldn't give a shit whether they were 13 years younger, as long as they're all legal. Couldn't give a flying fuck, it's fine, as long as it's not illegal or offensive, doesn't matter. Okay, so he's having an affair. All I'll say is, keep your mind on your job.
Yeah.
If there's anything in the workplace that you're not happy with, the breaking policy and procedure, go and see human resources. But as for what your manager does in his spare time, back at warehouse, in car at end at shift, it's fuck all to do with you. So if it's not your business, mind yourself.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with you. Let his wife find out her way.
Yeah, don't you be telling him.
I don't think that's best advice.
No. They say the wives are always last ones to find out anyhow. But I personally myself, I don't think it should come from you.
Absolutely not.
Just leave it. You just do your job, keep doing what you're doing, and let people do what they want to do.
Yeah, I think because you don't like your new manager,
Yeah.
you're looking for reasons to like catch him out or make his life miserable, like you feel like he's making your life miserable. But absolutely, keep out of it. It's none of your fucking business.
No, because then again,
anything in the workplace, fine, deal with that as you should. Follow the policies, follow the procedures, go to human resources. But certainly, whatever he does, whoever he's shagging out in the workplace, fuck all to do with you.
Well, it's nothing with anybody, because at the end of the day, you don't even know what sort of relationship, what sort of marriage he has.
Exactly.
There could be a reason for him having an affair, or I don't agree with it, don't get me wrong, but then again...
It's nothing to do with us.
But it's nothing to do with anybody
No.
else. Nothing to do with anybody
Nothing
else.
at all.
As long as it's not affecting your life, love. You just
Then,
continue
I know you said you can't unhear it. Well, what you've heard, go and listen to some music loud enough in your ears to unhear it. Yeah, move on.
Move on.
Yeah, and don't risk your job as well, because everyone needs to put milk on the cornflakes, especially this day and age.
Yeah.
Hi, Auntie Nelly. I love you, and I saw you do Agony Aunt Show, so I have a question. I really want to progress my career, but keep ruining my interviews due to nerves. I'm more than capable of doing the jobs I'm applying for, but can't get past the interview stage because my nerves get the better of me and I fall apart. What advice can you give me?
Bless.
Interviews can be quite daunting, can't they? They are. They're quite daunting because you're being judged. Yeah. And you're meeting people that you've never met, and you're putting yourself out there for a position that you know you can do, and it's not a practical way of you showing them that you're so good at that job and you're the right person for that job. They really can be really terrifying.
Yeah, they can be, but all you can do is just be yourself.
Why don't you look at it as, rather than concentrating on the word interview, it's just look at it as a meet. Just like you'd meet someone in a supermarket or you'd meet someone in a restaurant or a club and just have a bit of a chat. Look at it as, take the pressure off yourself and think, I know I can do this. I know I can. Yeah. So don't be intimidated by the word interview, and just go in and say, oh my God, so pleased to meet you, Susan. I'm so excited that you've invited me to have a chat with you today. And, be very friendly, not too friendly because some people take offence. Always be early for your interview, dress smart, casual, but make sure that you dress comfortable so you're not putting extra pressure on yourself.
Professional.
Yeah, professional, and just be yourself, but look at it as an opportunity to meet someone who's in the field of where you want to be, rather than I've got an interview. Because I think the minute you say the word interview, it fucking frightens life, fancy you.
Yeah, they do.
Shit you up.
You go, oh gosh, I've got to go for an interview.
Yeah.
Like, but don't, you'll be fine. Before you go, love, take an all-wise...
Calms, rescue remedy.
Oh, just take 2 paracetamol an hour before.
Guided meditation for anxiety.
That's me, 2 paracetamol.
Yeah, my mum takes 2 paracetamol for everything, don't you?
Every night.
She swears by them.
Yeah, no, an hour before I go to bed, I take 2 paracetamol.
Calms you down.
Yeah. Well, it might be in my brain.
Stop concentrating on the word interview and just look at it like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I get to go and see these people today and have a chat with them about that job that I know I can do. Try and train yourself that way.
And try not to think about it too much. And just be yourself, be normal.
Yeah.
And good luck.
Yes, good luck. Dear Auntie Nelly, I have a problem. You've come to the right place, and please keep writing into the page for Sunday service and for night time, Nelly, and don't worry because everything is anonymous. Me and my other half have been engaged for a while. We've been so open with each other, talking about moving in together. We are planning our wedding and talking about kids in the future. Today, after we've been viewing some houses, he told me that he doesn't know if he's ready for all that and he might want to go back to college.
Wow.
He's a lot older than I am and I feel like he's slowing me down in the way that I want to live my life. I know it sounds selfish, but I don't want to wait any longer. I want to support him through college and his dreams, but at the same time, I want us to focus on family life. What can I do? Please help so that we can both win. I mean, can people who go to college or university not be a family man?
Yeah.
Does it stop you?
Why should it stop you?
Exactly.
You can still be a family man. Because you can still be a family. What about
Is he thinking maybe he doesn't feel ready?
Maybe he's thinking he wants to go back, I don't know, university, whatever he wants to go back. Is he thinking about, a career? That thinking if we start a family, I might not be able to follow my dream and what I want to do. You'll have to have a chat with him properly and see what he says. But
I think they should sit down at the #kitchen table.
Yeah, and if it's just, he wants to go university, carry on whatever his intentions are, I can't see why it should stop you.
The devil on my shoulder while you're speaking is saying to me, is this man just finding excuse after excuse not to actually proceed with marrying you, moving in a house? Because we get engaged to be married. That's what you get engaged for. You're engaged to be married.
Supposed to be.
That's how it should be. You're engaged to be married. Right, very good. Once you're engaged to be married, yes, of course, you look to plan to live together. Yeah. You look to plan to maybe, do you want children in the future? Yeah. What you're doing is, you definitely are engaged to be married, you want to live together, you want a house. He obviously is not on the same page as you. Maybe he doesn't see what the rush is. He doesn't feel ready. Does he not feel ready at the moment, or does he not actually want that?
That sort of.
And that's what you need to be asking. Yeah. Are you wasting your time with somebody who will always find an excuse to not walk down that aisle, to not be ready for a family, because the weeks turn into months, the months turn into years before you know it.
Yeah, because
so are you wasting his time? Is he wasting your time? And are you wasting your time? That's what I'd be asking.
Because you can still love somebody, not necessarily.
You don't have to get married. You don't have to have kids. You don't have to live together. No, but if that's something you really want, then you need to find somebody who wants that as well.
First of all, you need to sit down and talk it. And
he might say, look, I really want this career that I'm going to train for, because then I can give my family, which is you and the children we're going to have, the best life possible. Yeah. But if you don't get that response, it's like, well, I fancy doing this, well, I fancy doing that. It's a bit selfish from him.
Yeah, they both have to agree. They both have to agree.
Yes.
And if you're not compatible, you're not, that you want the same thing, then he should do what he wants with his life, and you should do
crack on and do what you want. Yeah?
Good luck.
Moving on. There's not that many people watching today. Because it's Mother's Day. So wherever you're watching me from, thank you for joining me on Mother's Day here in the UK. And if you're watching on Catch Up Replay, #Catch Up, #Replay, whatever you've done with your Mother's Day, I hope it was wonderful. Dear Auntie Nelly, I really need some advice. in my job at a care home and throughout my whole team, there is so much bitchiness. It's untrue. On my first day off in 21 days, I get messages from the team complaining about each other not doing their job when I'm already understaffed. I have reached my breaking point now and I can't even relax on my days off. I'm that upset and angry. We're supposed to work as a team and support one another, especially during the pandemic. I don't know what to do with them anymore. Any advice you could give would be great. Oh, do you know what it sounds like to me immediately? It sounds to me immediately that you're the team leader in a care home and you're a bit too caring. You've took caring to the next level and you've made your staff your friends. That's why they feel that they can message you outside of the workplace. You never mix business with pleasure.
Never.
That's where you've gone wrong in the first place, am I right?
Yeah.
And that they feel comfortable to come to you and slag each other off to you because you're the friend, you're not the team leader. So you need to change the dynamics of your job role.
Yeah.
Don't you? And you need, and that will make it easier for you if you are a manager.
She needs to be firm.
To delegate, to say, this is what needs doing on my ward, and this is how it needs to be done.
And this is what you're going to do.
And you can't be a friend when you do that. You can be very nice and you can be friendly.
Oh, you have to be polite.
But you can be friendly, but you can't be a friend. And I think he has crossed the line there because you've tried to be too caring and too nice. Yeah. And this is why you're not getting 2 minutes to yourself when you're at home.
Outside of work is different.
Yeah.
It's different. You
don't answer your phone after a certain time. Unless it's somebody from the care home saying we need you in because there's an emergency, there's been an accident, there's a fire, whatever.
That's different.
But when it's just, Becky told me today this and Sarah said that and fuck off. Not interested.
That's childish.
It is.
That's like being back at school, children.
And not just that as well, that can look like you're taking sides. And if anything was to happen and there was an investigation or HR had to step in, you know, it'd be like, well, what are you saying back? What are you messaging? And you don't want to get in tic-tac like that, do you? No, there should be no tic-tac-toe. So get back your power. You are a team leader. Lead that team. Take a step back. Make it quite clear that you're friendly with them, but you're not the friend. You're the manager.
Let them know who the boss is.
Let them know who the boss is.
Yeah.
Bossy.
Well, just be right.
Yeah.
They need to know.
Yeah. And by doing that, this is what my next advice would be. So on your next shift, you ask people to come in half an hour earlier. You go into the tea room or the office or whatever and you have a team meeting and you lay down your new ground rules and say, listen, I don't want to know, not interested, unless it is work related and I need to know that you can't make it in tomorrow or, you know, the care home needs such and such a thing. I need to know about business or your business is in, you can't make it in. I'm not interested. I've overstepped the mark. I've tried to be your friend, but it's impinging on my personal life. I don't want it no more. This is what needs doing. I know we're understaffed. I appreciate everything you're doing here. But at the end of the day, that's how it is. Yeah. And if you don't like it, there's the job centre.
Yeah.
Yeah?
100%.
Okay. Moving on. Dear Auntie Nelly, I recently got into a relationship with a girl, which I really fell for. This is the first relationship I've been during my sobriety from alcoholism, and I have been focusing on this solely. I can't see. It's right, little that writing, isn't it? Right, so this person's got into a relationship. They've been going, they're now clean from being an alcoholic. They're sober from May 2018. The relationship was great, except she has an eating disorder. Oh. I saw fresh harm marks on her arms. I also have similar issues which I'm trying to recover from. I'm about to regain custody of my son and he needs a stable home. But I also can't carry us both through recovery. and my recovery has to come first. So I ended the relationship, but we really like each other and still want to be together. It hurts. I've been in depression since, and my eating disorder is so much worse. Did I do wrong? No, you didn't do wrong by putting yourself first, because if you can't put you first, you can't look after your little boy.
Exactly.
And you said you want to get custody of your son back.
Yeah.
So you can't pour from an empty cup. In order for you to regain custody of your little boy after you're going through sobriety and being clean from alcohol from May 2018, massive congratulations. You will always be in recovery. Always be in recovery. So every day for you, you've got to follow your 12 steps. You've got to keep in touch with your sponsor.
Yeah.
You've got to look after you in order for you to look after anybody else. And that anybody else is your little boy, and he deserves a mum that's well.
Yeah.
So you've met somebody, you fell in love, she's a lovely girl, but she's not at the stage you are. She's still not in the place of recovery. So offer your friendship, but don't allow her into your life emotionally, because you could relapse, and you've done so well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my advice too.
Would you say that? Mum knows best. But
Yeah, that's it. You just think about number one, love. And,
because her number one has to look after her number one, which is her son.
And I wish you the best of luck. And I hope you get your look. Keep going, do what you're doing.
Yeah. Because it can't be easy, I don't know, but it can't be easy.
No, and get your little boy back.
Yeah.
And then once you've got your little boy back, love, you'll feel 100% better.
Yeah.
You will. Because your little boy, he will help you through.
Yeah.
And, and it's worth it.
Hang on. I think we have a troll on.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, so it's okay. Let's just get him blocked. There we go. The troll is blocked. And we're reading, you liked the troll comments the other day, weren't I, that I got?
Oh, they're terrible, I told
What
her.
did you think about all the trolling that I get?
I think, well, they've nothing better to do.
Nothing better to
They've
do.
nothing better to do with their life. I just says to her, I said, just throw them behind your back and leave them, just ignore them. I said, don't even lower yourself down, they're not worth it.
They're not, are they?
Are they?
No.
They're not worth it.
Dear Auntie Nelly, I just need some advice. I'm a size 24 in clothes, and I'm finding it really hard to get myself up and lose weight.
Aww.
I don't really snack. How did you get the motivation to get up and do it? Because I'm cracking here, and I want to lose weight, but I don't have the mindset to do it, and I need to get out of that. Any advice?
Yeah.
Right.
Get
It was
motivated.
really unfortunate circumstances for me when I was 22.5 stone and I lost 6 stone. I had to lose 6 stone or I would have died. So my motivation was I didn't want to leave my daughter. My daughter was graduating from university in the June of 2018, and I wanted to be at her graduation. However, had I have continued with my overeating and my self-loathing and allowing myself to be so poorly, I wouldn't have seen my daughter graduate. When I started to make better choices, which was small steps, eating less and moving more, when I started to feel a little bit better in my health, when you know how it feels to feel better, that's what you work on. When you've got nothing to gauge it on, you don't know how well it can be, I can understand that you feel stuck and you feel like life's not worth living. I used to wake up in the morning and think, oh, not again. Because I haven't got it in me to actually commit suicide, and I don't want to bring that shame to my mum, my daughter, my family, my friends. But if I passed away in the night from ill health, bingo, job done. So I used to wake up in the morning and think, oh, I'm not still here, am I? Oh, for God's sake. But once I started changing my mindset and thinking, my daughter deserves her mum at her graduation, and I started walking a little bit, didn't I, and eating a little bit less, and weight started coming off me slightly, and then I was no longer having to sleep sitting up with the machine at night, because I couldn't, if I laid down or I took the machine off, I'd stop breathing. When you know what the health benefits can be, it makes you feel incredible. So that's my motivation. So when people say, oh my God, Nelly, I'm so sorry that you was in hospital in ICU and you were so poorly. And I think, I'm not sorry, because had that doctor not have said to me, unless you make better choices, you're not going to be here, that was the kick up the arse I needed, wasn't it, Mum?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was morbidly obese and I was really unhealthy and so unwell. And I didn't want to live. I didn't want to kill myself.
No.
But I didn't want to live anymore because I had no life. So where you are at the moment, try and change your mindset of what you've actually got in your life that you want to stick around for, and make that your motivation. I don't want to be a size 10. I don't want a bikini body, what Instagram says should look like a bikini body.
You just want to be healthy.
I just want to be healthy.
Healthy.
And I was morbidly obese. I'm now obese. If I get to being overweight, cracking, but I'm happy as I am.
Yeah.
We can always do better. We can always be better.
And you've got to do it for yourself, love.
You have, yeah.
Not for anybody else.
No.
You've got to do it for yourself. You've got to look in the mirror.
That's how you feel. And if you feel uncomfortable...
If you look in that mirror
Yeah.
and you say, I don't like this person. Now, don't think that. Say, I like this person.
And I'm going to make it better.
But I'm going to make it better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make it better. And you've got to start loving yourself, love your body. And start, I don't know what your eating habits are, but start in the morning, you've got to have your breakfast. Don't miss your breakfast. No.
You love that, don't you?
Yeah.
Have your 2 paracetamol at bed and have your breakfast.
I can telling my daughter, she always have, like me, I have a little bowl of porridge in the morning with some raspberries or some strawberries put in it, and then I'll have a coffee. And then at dinner time, I might have a wrap, a small portion, and then I drink plenty of water.
When I started doing my making better choices,
You'll succeed.
nobody knew about it. Nobody knew about me thinking, I'm going to try. And I used to get out of my bed, and my bed to my toilet is about 10 steps.
Yeah.
And I used to have to stop and take a breath because I couldn't get to the toilet without stopping. Then I'd have a wee, and then I'd have to have another break, but I started with walking to the toilet even though I didn't want to wee, and walking back, and walking to the toilet and coming back. Then I started, because I lived in my bedroom because I couldn't get up and down the fucking stairs. Then I started with slowly coming down the stairs and then walking out the front door to my gate and back. I was doing that without anybody knowing. And do you know why I didn't tell anybody? Because I didn't want them to think, oh, she's trying, but she'll fail. Or I didn't want them to start helping me and putting extra pressure on myself. So I started with very, very small steps. And I also started not eating enough for 12 people, eating enough for 8. So I cut down portion sizes because believe me, can I eat? So I was eating enough for a family of 12. I cut it down to a family of 8. Still increasing. I went to the gate. One day I left the gate and walked down the street and walked back. I was absolutely fucked, but I'd done it. I can now walk up hills. Not very fast. I can't run because I piss myself, but I can do a little bit more.
Then you started the gym.
And then I started the gym when I felt like I need that extra assistance. But now I eat enough for 3. My portion sizes are still way out of what they should be, but I used to eat enough for 12. So it's about reducing things. And do you know what? If I have a really fucking shit day today and I eat a full English breakfast, a packet of crisps, a box of chocolates, an Easter egg, 2 Chinese takeaways, a pizza and some pasta, do you know what? That's fine. I won't do it tomorrow. So it's about not beating yourself up either if you've had a day where you've fallen off that wagon. Don't do it the day after.
And today's Mother's Day, everybody deserves a treat.
They do!
It doesn't matter what you have today, start tomorrow.
Yes.
Because I'm starting tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Starting tomorrow.
What are you starting doing tomorrow, Mum?
A smaller portion.
Smaller portions. Well, I'm eating less and moving more.
Yeah.
That's what works for me. So.
Well, I think that works for everybody.
Does
but
it?
Don't love and don't feel, don't get depressed and don't, because you will. If you get it in your mind to do it, you will do it.
Yeah.
you will do it.
Yeah.
And once you start to losing a couple of pounds, you'll get more, you know, you think, oh gosh, that's good.
Oh, I loved it when I could lie down at night.
Yeah. You will.
In bed.
You will.
And sleep.
And don't think about anybody else. You love yourself. You do what is best for you.
Being able to lie down in bed at night.
If you have a medical problem and you have to lose weight, you have to do it. You've got to try your best.
I had to do it. I had no choice. The hospital said, didn't they?
I mean, a lot of people, they say, why have you had the, what's it called, what they do, the operation, the...
people that have... gastric bands.
Gastric band. A lot of people have to do it for medical reasons.
Yeah.
You know, they just can't lose their weight, so they need that help.
Yeah.
And they have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so...
I have not had a gastric band.
No.
Or a gastric sleeve.
No.
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 But I'm not against anybody that,
No, that's what I'm saying, you know.
For me, it wasn't about fancy shakes, fancy teas, special coffees, magic pills and potions. For me, what worked for me, I'm not saying this is going to work for you. Your journey may be completely different. I'm sure it is. It was about eating less and moving more because I wasn't moving and I were eating enough at fucking street.
Yeah.
So, dear Auntie Nelly, my husband has started messaging other blokes.
Oh.
We got married and it's been going on at least a year. After confronting him numerous times, he's denying it. But I have found evidence that he is wanting to have an affair. I confronted him with his own words because I printed out what he had said and he's still denying it. After going through marriage counselling, we decided to split up and have a break to discover what we both want. Should I take him back or wave the white flag and call it all off?
Call it off.
I won't be taking him back.
No, call it off.
The man can't lie straight in bed. You've printed off his actual log chats, shown him and he still denied it.
Still denied it, nah.
The man can't lie straight in bed.
He doesn't, in a way, I mean, like, you know, you probably have to feel sorry. Maybe he doesn't know what he is. Maybe he doesn't know what he wants. We don't know whether he wants a woman or whether he wants a man.
Well, you can't be with somebody that don't know what they want. And that lies to you. I couldn't give a shit what he wants.
Well, this is...
He's a liar.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
There's no trust if you're with somebody who lies to you all the time.
So
there's no trust, there's no relationship. Fuck him off.
So you're better off splitting up.
Absolutely. It's not a white flag here, it's a massive fucking red one.
Let him have time on his own and decide whatever he is. And whatever he is, that's fine. And you
crack on.
And you crack on. And look forward to your future. And hope you meet somebody that that's right for you. That doesn't.
That don't lie to you.
That you can
to your
trust.
face.
Yeah, that you can trust.
That you can't trust somebody who lies to your face.
No, not when you've showed him
evidence.
No. Get rid.
Get rid. Bye bye. Hashtag bye Felicia. Off your fuck flower.
What do you mean, bin?
Put him in, get him binned. Put him in the bin, Mum says. Dear Auntie Nelly, me and my fella have been living with his dad for nearly 4 years. I have been wanting to move out for quite a while now. As you can imagine, there is limited space and privacy. I was going to leave on my own at the start of the year, but my partner said he wanted to move with me. Now he says he wants to spend time with me, making more memories to have holidays. He doesn't want to worry about bills, doesn't know how long I don't know how long I can do this. His dad and him are so lazy and I have to do all the housework and cook dinner every night. Should I just go and leave? Oh. Right, so his dad and your partner are having the cake and eating it, aren't they? Because she's moved in and you're skivvy.
Yeah.
Ain't she?
More fool you.
More fool you, yeah. And he's saying to you, oh, I'll come and live with you. And then he's saying, well, actually, no, I won't because I don't want to pay money on rent. I want to have holidays and make memories.
Yeah.
What memories has she got? A fucking duster and a bottle of Flash?
Yeah. And stuck to kitchen sink.
And how long have they lived there for? 4 years? No. I think it's time that we make a decision about where we want to go in our life. Yeah. Because did you want to be a maid?
Well, that's it.
Because that's what you are.
Yeah.
An unpaid one.
Yeah.
An unpaid maid.
One. No. Well, you're right.
And you can't even put a sexy maid's outfit on because Dad's always there. 4 years will soon turn into 5, into 10,
Yeah.
into 20, and
Yeah.
you'll forever live with his dad. Which is nice, and that works for some families, but you're not happy.
No.
You shouldn't have to,
No, I
you know,
think
you
you should
shouldn't
have a
have
word.
them to
No,
be cleaning
you-
up
you-
for
no.
after him, but you're probably only cleaning up after him because you've allowed that to happen.
Yeah, you've allowed it yourself.
You've allowed that to happen,
Yeah.
so, you
Have a
know.
word with them. Have a word with them. Sit them down and say, look, from now on, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
And if they don't agree, and if the situation doesn't change, you just look after yourself. And
Know your worth, girl.
yeah. And when you're hungry, you make yourself something to eat for yourself.
When you want a brew, make
And when
yourself
you
a
want
brew.
yourself a brew. And if they say, oh, what's for tea tonight? I say, oh, I don't know.
Don't know.
Say, I've had mine.
Bad mind,
Say,
yeah?
I've had mine. I'm off out now. You sort yourselves out.
Draw.
Bye.
Toodaloo, kangaroo.
They'll soon change the tune.
Yeah.
They'll soon change the tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
don't put up with that, love. No.
We do put up with it sometimes,
Yeah,
though,
but
don't we? I
no.
mean, when Olivia lived at home,
No, not even,
it was
yeah.
easier for me to clean a
Yeah,
bedroom,
but-
strip a bed,
Yeah, but
and
that's
whatever.
different.
Yeah, but it is.
That's
but
your child.
It is. But what I'm saying is,
That's your child.
she knew that would happen because that's what I allowed to
Yeah, but that's
happen.
what I did
Yeah.
with you and your brother.
Exactly.
And what have your mother, but
So tell them how you're feeling. You're feeling like an unpaid maid, and see
Yeah.
if things change. If they don't, then get on
she
your
doesn't
way.
have to do that. Is it her father-in-law?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that for your father-in-law. No. Or
No.
your husband.
No.
They're adults. They're old enough to look after themselves. And if you have a job and you're working, it'd be nice that now and again they make a lovely meal for you when you come in from work and say, put your feet up, love. You know, this is what we've done for you.
Yeah.
And that's it. And if, but if you want to carry on with that sort of life and be a mug, then you'll be a mug for the rest of your life. But my advice to you, wise up now. And don't take any more of that bullshit.
Oh, Mum, did you just say a swear word?
I did, sorry.
Oh, I'm rubbing off on you after all.
Yeah, well, you were not much.
Okay, so Auntie Nellie, I am a 25-year-old mum of 2, and I've started seeing a guy who's in his 40s. It started off as a bit of fun. Okay. A few weeks in, he started saying he had feelings for me, and I was like, yeah, I've got feelings for you, so I let my guard down. Fast forward 5 months, and I find out he has a total second life in Thailand with another girl. Long story short, that's my saying, thank you, no war and peace. He had no intentions of going back to see her, but now almost a year and a half later, I find out he's still talking to her and planning his next trip back to Thailand when the restrictions lift. He's been muting her messages when I'm with him, so I believe it was over, but last weekend he was in bed having a bit of fun. Oh! Before he went downstairs to make coffee, and I could hear he FaceTimed her. While I was upstairs, I just feel really hurt and used. What would you do if you was in my situation, please? Right, so you start seeing a fella, you're kind of weird, you've been having sexual encounters. He said he used to see a bird in Thailand. He's not seeing her no more, but he really is still messaging her and he is still FaceTiming her. And as soon as he can, he's going to fuck off to Thailand and see her. What would I do? You're asking me, what would I do?
Well, you
Fuck off to Thailand, Flower. There's the door. Fuck off through it. You're not for me. I ain't no side dish, darling. I ain't no appetizer. I am the full fucking course. The 3-course meal. If I ain't enough for you, believe me, there'll be somebody out there who will want to feed off me. But you, off your foot, because I ain't no side dish.
There's
no.
the door, use it.
Yeah.
There's the door, use it.
Fucking hashtag buy Felicia.
And it's a shame that I don't know, flights, and they're not flying out now because, you know.
But you can book him one. Book him on a flight to fucking Thailand.
I wouldn't even spend money on him, just kick him out.
He's only using you because he can't get to Thailand, and when he does go to Thailand, he's having fucking time of his life.
Yeah.
He's fucking pissing it down, Mum. We still got cemetery.
It'll stop.
Oh.
It's only a little shower.
It's only a little shower.
Yeah. I have to go and see my mum for
We have to go and see, yeah, we do. But that's what I'm saying. He's seeing you because it's convenient because you live near him. But really, his heart's in Thailand.
Well, whether it is or not, or he might be just a user. He likes best of both worlds.
He likes best. He loves to kiss and fucking hates it.
Because some men are like that.
Yeah.
They haven't got enough of one woman, that they like more than one.
Yeah, fuck off.
And they don't think about other people's feelings. Only themselves are selfish.
Yeah.
So to me, sounds like, well,
get rid of him.
Get rid.
Get fucking rid. You ain't no fucking side dish. You're the main fucking dessert, the course, the fucking. I am the full fucking banquet.
Tell him that you want to see him in his dressing gown at front door outside if you've got a garden, and then once he's gone out in his dressing gown, bar the door, lock it, and don't let him in.
So he's up and down the street like fucking Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? If he can do that to you, you do that to him.
I have never wanted to be the side chick. If somebody is interested in having a relationship with somebody, that's fine. If I find out that I've been with somebody and they've got somebody else, that's fine, off you fuck. You know, I ain't no second choice at all. You're either with me or you're not. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
That's how I see it. I'm not into threesomes, open relationships, polyamorous, personal choice. Yeah. You know, but yeah, no, if you're with me, you're with me, end of. Yeah, if I'm with you, I'm with you, end of.
Yeah, this is me, this is what you see, this
is what
you get.
And when you're in relationships and you start window shopping, because it's normal to window shop, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Reggae Jean Paul's on tonight on CBeebies reading the bedtime story. The Duke of Bridgerton.
Oh, well,
yeah, we fancy him. We love him, don't we? Yeah, we really fancy him. We'll never go out with him, but we fancy him. But, you know, Mum's happily married. I'm a Tinderella.
We'll never get a chance to go out
we'll never get a chance, no. But, you know, what I'm saying is it's all right to window shop. But the minute that you feel like it's gone from window shopping to... I could fuck him, I want to fuck him.
You can dream.
Then you're not happy in your current relationship and you shouldn't be in it.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Oh, Antonella, please give me some advice. I've been married for 8.5 years. I love my husband and we have 2 children together. I don't have much in the way of family and my husband's family is very important in our lives, okay? But my mother-in-law problems. She still enforces her views, opinions and overall in control to my children and my husband. She won't have a word said about... Oh, my husband won't have a bad word said about his mother. And it's getting to the point where it's ruining our marriage. Oh. I don't know whether to give up, become a single parent and focus on my happiness. Or try compromising, which seems to be consuming my sanity. It's not happened by now. Will it ever happen? Love your page and videos. Keep going, beautiful. This is a difficult one because your mum's your mum. So her husband is not going to want his wife saying, your mum's a dick. Why is she saying that? Why does your mum want to take control over kids? Why is it what your mum says? I'm your wife. You can see what's happening in the house, can't you?
Well, the mother-in-law shouldn't interfere.
No, I don't think she should interfere.
You can
listen, you can let her.
Listen and speak your opinion.
You don't have to.
You don't have to, you know, you should never interfere between husband and wife.
Never. No matter who you are.
And how they're going to bring the children up.
Yeah.
Because if there's something that you don't like...
You can advise.
You can advise. But they don't have to do what you say.
No.
Because even so today, the way I brought my children up, and the way, like my son and even my daughter, the way they affect their children up, totally different in some of things, the way I did it.
Well, society's different now, isn't it? You know, everything's different. Times change.
So we have to go along with that.
Yeah.
We've got to, we're the ones that we have to change as well.
Yeah.
And go along with it.
We have to adapt.
Adapt, exactly, we do. And because we love our children so much, sometimes you don't do it to be selfish or to be a bit nasty, anything like that. You do it out of love.
Yeah.
And, and sometimes you're better off keeping your mouth shut. I found that out. Keep your mouth shut, say nothing, and
just nod.
Yeah, and it's better. It's better.
Yeah.
And as for you, like, you know, really, you need to say to your husband, you need to say, look, you know, I don't know what sort of relationship you have with your mother-in-law. So, you know, I do like your mum and what have you, but I wish she wouldn't interfere in our marriage. Can you just please tell her that? You
haven't really said, though, what relationship you've got with your mother-in-law. Do you actually speak to your mother-in-law? Are you friends with your mother-in-law? You said you've not got much family, and family's important to you. Do you look to your mother-in-law as like a mum? Do you look at her as like a sister, as a best friend? You know, if you've got sort of like this defence mechanism against her because she's trying to control or sway what you're doing in your life, are you coming across in a way where she feels that she has to be a bit abrupt because you're not very friendly back? So I would have a conversation with your husband, as you said, but with your mother-in-law, and I wouldn't question her, but if she says, well, I think the boys should be doing this, all right, yeah, that's a good idea. Why do you think that?
Exactly.
Did you do that with your boys? Did it work? Well, I'm thinking of doing this. And, you know, we do compromise and we do conversate with a wider scale of family about things that happen in our life with our kids. And I wouldn't certainly make an enemy of her. I'd want to make a friend of her.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I've got grandchildren and that.
Well, it's the mother of your grandmother of your children, so...
Do you know what I mean? I mean, I love my daughter-in-law to bits.
Yeah.
She's the best mum to me. In my eyes, she's the best mum.
Yeah, to your 3 grandchildren.
Oh, she's the mother of my grandchildren.
Yeah.
I would never say to her,
you've got to do
you've
this.
got to do this. I always say, everything okay? And how's the boys? And how's the boys and whatever.
And how's the Nushka?
And if there's anything that they want me to know, they'll tell me.
Yeah.
And if there's anything, some things they probably don't tell me because I think my mum's old-fashioned. She won't understand it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But it doesn't bother me as long as they're all right. But
it depends on your personality as well, because I've always been, ever since being a small child, my mum will tell you this, if somebody tells me to do something, I'll do complete opposite.
She'll do the opposite.
Only because that's what you told me to do.
Yeah, because you've told,
And get fucked, don't tell me what to do. I'll do what you now said I can't do. And don't press that button because you'll set yourself on fire. Fucking fire engine will be coming because I'll press the fucking button because you said don't. But it just depends on personalities as well, doesn't it?
But I try to be a friend with your mother-in-law. Go out for some. I know we can't go out these days. We can't do much.
Not long, no. Nearly.
Go for a coffee.
Soon.
Go for a coffee together.
Yeah.
Talk about your families and see how, you know. Now, I don't know whether she's an interfering mother-in-law or whether she's...
They might both be really strong personalities.
Yeah, sometimes that can happen.
Yeah.
But don't fall out with your husband over it. If you've got a good marriage, you save your marriage.
Yeah.
And talk to your husband, and I'm sure he will understand.
And don't forget that that's his mum.
That's his mum.
So be very careful about what you actually say, because that's actually his
because
mum.
I'm sure you won't like if he says something nasty about your mum.
No, well, she might not understand that because she hasn't got any family, she said.
All right, okay. Just try and become a friend with your mother-in-law.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Be a friend, not a foe.
Yeah.
So that has been today's Sunday service, and I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we have.
We have.
We've enjoyed it, haven't we?
I have. Yes, I have.
So we're going to go to the cemetery. We've got some things to do this afternoon to remember people who've passed.
Yeah.
Who've been fantastic mothers.
Yeah.
And then we're going to eat together, aren't we?
Yes.
And we're going to go through my Tinder likes, because how many likes have I had on Tinder, Mum?
Oh, a lot.
A lot. So,
a lot.
Back on Tinder, and Auntie Nelly has had 457 likes.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through and we're going to find my next victim.
Yeah, and now she's all them at 400. There's not one that she likes.
There's not one that I find. There's nobody at the minute who I find really attractive.
No.
So, but Mum's going to go through.
Yeah, he'll come one day.
He will one day. I think he's a bit lost, mine. He's got lost on his way to me.
One day he'll arrive.
He'll arrive.
Mr.
But
Right.
I'll go, oh, I don't like him. And Mum goes, oh, he's quite nice.
I hope he's got a very strong personality to be with my daughter.
He'd have to have a very strong personality
very
to be
strong
with me.
personality, yeah.
He has to be incredibly funny.
Yeah.
Cheeky chappy. And we were just talking about my exes before we went live, and I was saying, oh, I like this one, and my mum's going, oh. I said, look, Mum, if they look like a bad decision, then I want their number.
Yeah,
if they look like they can make me cry and they're a big mistake, then I'm like, here's my number, I'll go out with you.
Yeah.
So I do. I pick absolutely.
Wrong one.
I pick all the wrong ones. If
Wrong
they look
one.
like a mistake,
Yeah.
I'm like, over here, young man.
Yeah, if somebody comes into my daughter with a bunch of flowers and stuff like that, they're not man enough for her. They have to. I don't know what she wants. I really don't know.
You don't know, do you?
I don't know what she
He
wants.
has to be between the ages of 37 and 42.
Oh, 44, 45.
No, Mum, 42. And he has to be taller than me, so
Yeah.
6'1" is. I don't want him smaller than me, but then when I say taller, I don't want him to be able to find work in a circus. So I'd like him to be taller than me.
Yeah.
And I really do like darker green eyes or dark eyes.
Yeah, we might have to go to
And someone who's funny and sexy and nice
We might have
and
to go
wants
to
to take me to dinner and.
We might have to go to a special place where they actually make them like
Yeah, I don't think he's been made, or if he has been made, he's lost. So we're going to spend this evening going through all the likes on Tinder, which I find highly amusing because me and Mum have not got the same taste. But I'm going to allow Mum.
She's gonna allow me to pick.
Yeah. So otherwise I'm just going to spend the rest of my life being Tinderella.
And the one I pick is probably right boring.
Well, he is, because I showed my mum. I said, I've been talking to this guy. She was like, oh, well, he looks nice. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, he doesn't look like a fuck boy. So obviously Antonella straight away not interested. But there we go.
There we go. You never know your luck.
Never know you look or his misfortune. God bless him. Okie dokie. So that's been Sunday service. Hope to see you soon. Definitely see you on Wednesday with Nighttime with Nelly. Whatever you all do with your day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you all.
Take care, Flower Pot.
Bye.